Hello and welcome. Today I want to talk about why it's important to sometimes sit for longer. If you're meditating, if you have a regular meditation habit, then here I want to suggest to you that maybe once a week you sit twice as long. Because there is a time aspect to meditation. Certain things only happen when you sit for long enough. I'm currently on a 10-day solo meditation retreat, and now I've noticed this quite a bit, and I have forgotten about this in the past, but whenever I made the commitment to sit for considerably longer than I usually do, it is always worth it. And you may ask, okay, what is the benefit of me sitting twice the length of time that I usually sit in meditation? And the answer may, of course, vary, but from my experience and from what other people have noticed, and especially this was made more known and more widespread as a technique, I think, in the West by Shinzen Young and his idea of strong determination sitting, where you sit for prolonged periods of time without moving. You sit through discomfort, you sit through any emotional turmoil, you don't get up until the time you have set yourself to sit is up. And the benefit I've noticed from this is exactly as he said. You get equanimous with whatever happens, with whatever is. It's like you increase your ability to be satisfied no matter the circumstances. Because if you sit for, let's say, only 10, 20 or even 30 minutes, usually you don't encounter very deep emotional stuff or considerable physical discomfort. And so you're rather sitting in meditation without any real obstacles. Once you have accustomed to meditating for 30 minutes, let's say, it's rather easy. You do it day in and day out. Maybe you struggle a little bit here and there to find the time, but really once you sit, and it's a rather comfortable session. But the purpose of sometimes sitting for longer is to really get to know your level of discomfort that you can still be completely okay with, where you have discovered that this level of pain cannot touch you. And why does a certain level of discomfort not cross your pain threshold, so to speak, where you are really like, okay, this is maybe not nice, but it's also not very bad, and you can easily sit calmly through that. It is because at one point you have discovered that this level of pain is empty. If you were a little child and would feel this level of discomfort, you would probably start crying. But through repeated exposure, you have realized, okay, this level of pain, there's nothing in it. It comes and it goes by, it passes. And the older you get, usually people are able to tolerate more discomfort because they have experienced certain levels of pain and have found that they get through it okay. But here really the practice, when you sit in silence with closed eyes and the discomfort arises and it reaches a certain point, you go into it with your attention, and then you can find at a certain point this pain is your whole, it like spreads through your whole awareness. Like the pain or discomfort is like nothing seems to exist outside of that. You cannot hide anywhere. Like with a minor discomfort and pain, you can distract yourself with some other things, like maybe focusing on your breath and you won't notice it for a while, or you follow some other thoughts and this pain just is on the side. But at a certain point, like there's no escaping. It seems to be all there is. But then you go into it, and the longer you sit with it, the higher the chance that there will be this point, and you will experience a total shift in your awareness, where the pain has somehow consumed you. It has become your meditation, and there's this inflection point where you see the emptiness, and the pain is no longer painful. You recognize the sensation is still there, but you go into it in the moment. You are completely directly connected to the sensation. And that's why it's so powerful. It can, through the pain that's blocking out everything, you fall into that moment without any conceptualization about whether pain is good or bad, which you have constantly done before and actually created the pain through your resistance to that sensation. But then once you have crossed this line, there's only the sensation and there's no pain, and you are completely present with that sensation. And at first you are like, what happened? Like the pain is gone, but it still feels the same. And that's a beautiful discovery. And the more often you do that, and you really observe your experience, it becomes like a skill, and you can take that skill after you have meditated. You can access, somehow in your mind you can access this shift, this absolute presence, this being nowhere else but in that very moment. You are, like, you could say you are so close to the moment that the conceptualization happens after you, or would happen after you, because usually there is a gap. Like there is this first sensation that you would say causes your pain, but it doesn't, and that's what you can discover. You can somehow jump over the habit of resisting that sensation, and then you are like pre-conceptualization, and you can access that. The more you have done it, you can access that in your daily life, and that's very valuable. That's so valuable that even the worst situation you can imagine can happen to you, and you are completely clear. You are there, you're completely calm, there is no suffering, and there is clarity of mind. There is clarity of what you have to do, and there is no wrong action. There is no doing on your part that you will regret later because you were so overwhelmed in emotion, or maybe in some case even real physical pain. And that's the real benefit of this practice. So I recommend you, let's say you meditate for 45 minutes usually, and then maybe on Sundays or Saturdays or whatever day is most suitable for you, you say to yourself, okay, today I'm going to sit for 90 minutes. And yes, it might sound daunting, and it's a challenge. The first couple of times you will really You will feel challenge. And what I've talked about with this inflection point, it might not happen the first few times, and you might sit through your resistance without being able to make the jump over the habit of conceptualizing and resisting whatever is. But at one point you will experience this, and you will be able to be one with the moment and not be separated from it by your conceptualization and resistance to that. And it's very valuable, even if it doesn't happen for you, or there might be the possibility that you do that for a couple of times and it doesn't happen. Know that from the first time you do this, sitting for twice as long as you usually do, it will benefit your regular meditation sessions. They will be even easier, you will be even calmer, and something you discover maybe even after, let's say, only an hour. Maybe you get into like even more present, more mindful states. Then you have those memories of maybe how it was that you got there, and then you can do that quicker and quicker until there's this point where you sit in meditation, and after 3 breaths you are so present that you're at the point that has usually taken you 1 hour of meditation to get to. And it's like, wow. And you would have never gotten to that level of presence and mindfulness if you have always only stuck to your usual meditation time. There are certain things that you will only discover after 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours. And with this video, I wanted to remind you to do that from time to time. Not only once a year, maybe, as I'm doing right now in extended meditation retreats, where basically you structure your whole day to do 6, 7, 8 or even more hours of meditation every day. But also do it on a weekly basis to have one longer session. Consider joining the upcoming online retreat. You will find the link with the description down below this video. And thank you for watching. See you next time.